Right. Okay then. So anyway, that story is long over now because I know if you like constantly get pushed down the stairs, you could potentially break your back or break your neck. So I'm not gonna let it concern me now. Okay. I'm just focusing on the buttons here. Oh, dang it. I pressed L before R. Okay. But yeah. Because I was actually watching this video on YouTube yesterday. It was the third part of the finale of Chuka Conroy's Okami Den. And when I saw Kuro realizing that he had friends after all, but it was too late for him to actually spend time with his friends before he actually passed away and died. Yeah, I'm not joking. I've actually never played the game. You probably might recommend me doing that, but I'm not really into the game personally. But I saw the game, and I saw that Kuro and all the other partners that Chibi Okay, I actually said I'm going to be peed off if I roll a 5 or less and we miss out on getting a DK. And I am. But if the game is going to be that way, fine. We are going to play this way, game. Because I've had enough with you giving me constant low rolls. I do not like lashing out in frustration here, but I've got no choice if I want to actually have the game behave itself, because it never does. But yeah, when I saw the video, I was literally crying my eyes out because I actually felt Kuro's sympathy and pain. Because he was like a living doll. And it kind of reminded me of me in the past. Because I felt like I was a living doll. And that, well, I hardly had any friends. And I was constantly being punched in the face, being given a black eye, given nosebleeds. I was being pushed around because nobody had any respect for me at all. I was because like, you know the story of people known to be like a popular kid in school? I wasn't. Nor did I even want to be a popular kid. I just wanted to be a normal everyday kid who was respected in life. But I wasn't. I was never treated with respect. And I'm still not now to this day. Like, for example, when I went to school, when I was in, like, because obviously this is UK term, so it would be known as year 8. You can't really tell the difference of the year gap difference for the UK and America, because I know in America there's like preschool, there's high school, there's college, there's university and that. But in the United Kingdom, we go in the year difference of nursery, reception, year 1, all the way up to year 11. And then we have the option to do 6th form, which is year 12, for about a year or two. Or just skip 6th form entirely and go to college and then decide whether or not to go to university or not. So, yeah. The UK term for us is that when I was in secondary school in year 8, there was this kid who was crossing the road, minding his own business with his friend, until a biker came and knocked him off. Yeah, the biker deliberately ran into the boy who was trying to cross the road. He got knocked off his bike at the same time as knocking the person over. And that biker immediately got up, got back on his bike and went off, leaving the kid on the floor in the road. And I thought that was not right. So what I did was, because obviously there was a car coming as well. So I immediately stepped out into the road, helped the kid up, and I helped him get back on the pavement to prevent him from being run over by a car. The kid was thankful, but he didn't really show the thankfulness to me. He didn't say thank you, he didn't give me any respect, he just didn't even care what I thought. Yeah, I'm serious. Because I risked my life to save his life, and he didn't even show any respect for it at all. But I know deep down he was thankful. I know deep down he was thankful. Because otherwise, it would have been a hard life for me. Yoshi, that is a really dumb move because A, Toad is in second place, and B, you only have 1 star compared to him having 3. And if you lose, you're going to put Toad back in the lead again. I know which one it is. It's the far left one. And Yoshi just gave it to Toad. And... oh, okay. Fly Guy chose Yoshi. Thank God. I did not want Toad to get another star. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I do not mind that. Because if it did select Toad by the Fly Guy, that would have been annoying because it would be like favoritism to the highest degree. Now, that's one thing I don't get. Did you notice that Peach had a golden mushroom? She has 1 star and chose not to use the golden mushroom because Bowser is right there. She should have used the gold mushroom if she wanted to run away from him. Or has she given up knowing that there's no way she can claw back in this because she doesn't have a single bonus star? See, look. He's after her. He's on her tail. He's only 2 spaces behind you, Peach. You need to use a gold mushroom. Once again, odd card out. Why is this the most played minigame? Literally. It's just find the odd card and then be the first one to get it twice and automatically win. This is a relatively quick minigame. It's X. But honestly, like going back to that story about the Kuro business, I was never treated with respect at school. I was given too many nosebleeds from having a football kicked in my face or somebody like, you know, punching me in that. Just constant bullying it was. I was being bullied every single day at school. And there was this one day when I was in year 8. I was playing football with some people, trying to socialize with them, trying to make new friends, and this kid deliberately tripped me up when I was playing football with them. But that kid that tripped me up wasn't even playing football. He was just stood behind a goal, doing absolutely nothing, and picked a fight against me. He literally did. He picked a fight against me for deliberately tripping me up, and he actually was strangling me, like he was trying to kill me. So I had to defend myself by... Oh, there is a piranha plant in this board, okay. So I had to defend myself by punching him in the face. He pushed me down on the ground by my throat, and I was slowly but surely getting up. I had no idea where he was stood, and then BAM! He punched me really hard in the eye, giving me a black eye for 5 weeks. I literally had a black eye for 5 weeks. And I actually walked away from the fight crying, because obviously I was basically a kid who didn't like to be hit. Because every time I felt a tiny little bit of pain, I always cried. It was not really a good sign for me, because crying at the very, very slightest hint of being hit, that definitely proves alone why I was not known to be popular. And again, Peach chose not to use the dash mushroom to run away from Bowser. And now she's definitely caught. She's 3 spaces in front of Bowser. So yeah, I think Peach just gave up. But yeah, I was proven to be one of the most unpopular kids in school. Not just because of the fact that I was constantly crying from the feel of a little bit of pain, but because I always kept turning to the teacher for... Bowser! Toad was right there! And you chose not to go for him? Really? Oh my god! Seriously, if I was Bowser, I would have gone straight for Toad. It's almost like Bowser is rooting for the AI team or something. But yeah, I was proven to be the most unpopular kid in school because I kept constantly crying from a tiny little bit of pain. Plus, I hardly had any friends. It honestly was not a good life for me, and it still isn't roughly now. Right. Okay, I thought I was going to get caught then. Okay, I got comboed there. I literally got comboed. Barrowed, then began to start moving, got hit by his tentacle, and it drew me closer to him. But, yeah. I hardly had any friends in school. I was constantly being picked on, punched in the face and everything. I felt like I was a living doll as well. Because I had nobody to turn to for help. Because nobody even cared. I do have 2 friends that I meet on a weekly basis now. And those 2 friends were actually in the school that I went to that was proven to be a hard time for me. But they actually left the school way before I did. And when they left, that then left me all on my own to have to cope for the rest of my days in that school. And I just couldn't really cope. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's a twister. Okay. I don't want to hit the twister because I believe. Yeah, this is the last turn. Let's think. Okay. I'll go for 3. So, yeah. I felt like Kuro was kind of like a video game version of my childhood history. So that's why I was constantly crying when I saw all those Japanese characters crying, watching Kuro die. Telling the story about him being a living doll and that he had no friends. And when he finally realized that he actually had friends after all, it was too late and he died. So you can kind of understand, because that would actually be enough to make anybody cry. Because the fact is, the story of my life is, I'm known to have a passionate heart. I honestly am. I have a passionate heart, which is like another way of saying, I have a heart that just cares too much. If one person needs to be treated kindly, with respect, or somebody's like lonely and got nobody to turn to, I would immediately be there to show support for that person. I'm always like that. I always put others before myself. That's what I do. And I don't get given any signs of respect for it. So it's like, you're walking around in town and you offer to help somebody out and they're not even thankful because of it. Like, you open a door for them, they don't say thank you. You step aside, let them walk by, they don't say thank you. You just show signs of care for other people, and the least they could do is say thank you, but they don't even bother to do it. That is the story of my life, really, of the fact that I'm a strong-hearted, caring person who would love to be treated with care and respect right back, but I never ever get it. So that's basically how my life goes. At least we've seen the nighttime version of Throw a Bone for the first time. Okay. Darren, just thinking of a relatively good path. Oh, damn it, that's gonna crash into it. That is honestly gonna crash. I'm just gonna take the bait. Really? Oh my god. That would be rubbing in the face if we stopped dead on the finish line and then somebody else took the victory because we have to cross the finish line, not sit on the finish line. That would have been annoying, but at the same time kind of funny, to say the least. Not funny on my half because it actually happened to me, but you kind of get the picture. Right then, Toad. Twister. Place you over there. Seven. Right, let's see. 6. So blue space no matter what.